have to have a different way of thinking, and I have to realize that that particular way of thinking has gotten me nowhere. And it presents itself through me procrastinating, and so I can no longer think like that because I no longer want to behave in certain ways. I no longer want to feel certain ways, and I no longer want to yeah, I just don't want that to be me anymore. Hi you guys, so it's Lanice and I'm here with another video for you guys. So today I will be talking about the benefits that I have found through meditating the last 28 days. So if you're interested, or you too are trying to start this new meditation journey right along with me, stay tuned. Okay, so I want this to be a part of my Astro Talk series, and I will explain to you why I consider this Astro Talk. If you know me, then you know that I have gotten into astrology just because I want to learn more about myself. And the more I dive deep into astrology, astrology has given me the words to express some of my emotions, feelings, and behaviors that I have had along the years. And on this path of healing, I just really feel like if I become more self-aware and know the things that are going on with me and maybe put a reason behind it, it would just help me heal those things and eventually become the healer that I want to become also. So to further explain what I'm trying to say, I do have to give you guys an example that I know I have not covered yet here on my channel when it comes to the birth chart. But if you've watched one of my previous channels, one of my previous videos on why you may not relate to your sun sign, I speak briefly on the birth chart. And the birth chart is very complex. Learning to read a birth chart is kind of like learning to read another language almost. But just to kind of explain to you the birth chart or how it's helped me, I have to kind of go into it a little bit deeper than you may understand. But if you stay with me, you will understand how it has led me to meditation, and you will also understand how learning more about my birth chart has helped me, like I said, understand myself. So let me first explain to you why astrology, or how astrology and the birth chart in particular has helped me understand myself. So if you do pull up your own birth chart, like I will leave a link down below if you're interested in pulling up your own birth chart, you will see that you have certain that you have planets that make certain aspects to other planets. Now, once we later on down the line, once we really get into how to study a birth chart, I will explain aspects. But just know that aspects are just areas in your life that you may either get very easily, things come to you easily, you learn easily, you express yourself easily in those areas. And certain aspects are considered hard aspects, and those aspects are the areas that you may have certain trials, or you might struggle with a lot more in those areas. So in my chart, I have one of the hardest aspects, or what is considered one of the hardest aspects to heal, which is my moon, which the moon represents your mother. It also represents your emotions. And that my moon is square at the time of my birth, was square where Saturn was at the time of my birth. And if you know what Saturn is, the Saturn can represent the father, but it also represents responsibility. It represents karma. It represents hard work. It's a very cold planet. It's not a very loving planet like Venus is. It's very, very, very cold planet. Just put it that way. I don't want to go into depth. But just to explain to you what this aspect in my chart means, I do want to just read to you I want to read to you something from offline that just explains what it would mean for a person who does have the moon square Saturn, meaning having the place where the moon was in the sky was at a very hard aspect, which is called the square. is square the Saturn, where Saturn was at that same time that you were born. So I'm gonna briefly read to you what that means. Okay, so I'm gonna also, if I remember while editing this, I'm also gonna put a screenshot of what I'm reading here on the screen so you can kind of read along. Let me go ahead and start that screen recording now so I'll remember to put it in there. Okay, so it says that the moon square Saturn grows up quickly. Oh, before I even start reading, the title of this aspect is Moon Square or Opposite, which is another aspect, another hard aspect. Moon Square or Opposite Saturn, the Trapped Kid. Okay, so anyways, so Moon Square or Opposition Saturn grows up quickly. Therefore, deep inside, Saturn's armor is a very soft-centered, needy child. The subject is loath to show this very fragile side of their character, so most of the time they appear very strong, capable, and most of all, independent. The suppressed needs will very often come out as incapacitating illness or depression. That way they get the care they feel they don't deserve to ask for. The native, which is the person, the native may have experienced their parents as quite critical, so this is what stops them from expressing their more needy emotions. They find it is hard to be spontaneous, but are excellent planners. The opposition especially, which is not me, so we'll skip over that. So the main issue with Moon Square or Opposite Saturn is the premature requirement to be self-sufficient. The mother may have been ill or unavailable, so that the child had to parent themselves or younger siblings. I didn't have to parent my younger siblings, but my mother was very unavailable, no fault of her own. She was very busy. My mom she still is a very busy person. She's very career oriented. She's very goal oriented. And growing up, my mom was just very busy with school. She was very emotionally unavailable, which has changed over the years. But growing up during my formative years, my mom was a very busy person. So that, I mean, resonates so much with me. But anyways, it says, so that child had to parent themselves, which was definitely, I feel like I've definitely had to parent myself back then and over the years. It says another manifestation of this aspect would be expressing nurturing in a more masculine fashion, practical rather than emotional support. Growing up may have been very Spartan. The home could have been a place of work and have a traditional solid feel about it. Definitely my household. My dad was military, so he was very disciplined, very on task, very authoritative. And my mom is a nurse, but like I said, she was very goal oriented, so she was very disciplined and very organized herself. And they really tried to instill that in my siblings and I. Can't say that it worked, but that definitely describes our household. So it also goes on to say, however, the emotional void might leave the child desperately needy and clingy in relationships. If they can bring themselves even to admit it, their inner needy child is most likely to come out when drunk or through illness, depression in some people, aka me. This aspect may be cold comfort, but its more positive side is that it will be reliable, generally financially solvent. If you know me, I have always been about my coins. I don't care how young I was. I always knew how to save my money. I always knew how to get what I needed with my money. There was a time where I might not have been as responsible as I should have been. However, if you know me, when it comes to my dollars, I'm gonna go and get them, and I'm going to be pretty responsible with them also. So that's a good thing about this aspect. But it says, don't expect a hug, but a moon square Saturn will clean up your vomit. Basically saying don't expect a lot of physical affection, a lot of affection and verbal love and stuff like that. But if you need me, I will be there for you. If you throw up, I will be the friend that cleans up your vomit. If you have a Christmas tree up and it's February, I'll be the friend to take your Christmas tree down. I definitely show love through doing tasks for you. I'm not a very affectionate person. I would love to be, but I mean, according to this aspect, it's just, it doesn't come naturally to me. So that's something I'm working on and I'm learning. So anyways, to kind of further explain how Moon Square Saturn has shown up in my life, to get to why it led me to meditation, is really to put it all in words, is that a person with Moon Square Saturn just basically feels that they do not deserve love. It is basically an inadequacy complex that came from the moon, which represents your mother, being unavailable emotionally. So that is how, for one, you can see your childhood, you can see your life patterns in your chart. Which one, I mean, everybody wants to be able to explain why they are the way that they are, outside of just, that's how God made me. And I feel like astrology helps me do that also, as well as just understanding that this is just the life that God has given me. I definitely believe in God. So again, Moon Square Saturn, they feel the need to earn people's love. It's a deep-rooted inadequacy complex that has came from, you know, during their childhood, their needs were not met, so they had to grow up adults, like basically learning to love and nurture themselves. And depending on how busy or how available a person's mom was, there are people out there that have Moon Square Saturn in their chart that don't have it as bad as maybe I had it, because they did have a mom or another figure in their life that was able to give them that nurturing, that affection, that verbal adoration that we need, and that, validation. That's the word I'm looking for. Validation. That we need as children. However, mine was not like that, and it's okay, because I mean, as adults we learn to reparent ourselves. However, my astrology birth chart has again given me the ability to put words on those emotions and those feelings that lead to those behaviors that I have. And that is really the only reason I appreciate astrology the way that I do. I don't try to tell the future. I don't read horoscopes daily. I just want to know more about myself so I can learn how to heal myself. That is really what has led me to astrology, my own healing. So realizing that I have that aspect in my chart, it helps me to understand that, okay, I do have an inadequacy complex. Couldn't really put it into words, never really understood why I just naturally put everyone else on a pedestal, or why I just naturally thought so highly of other people and saw a light shining within other people that I didn't see within myself. But now that I'm able to put that into words, which astrology has allowed me or showed me, I'm now able to find ways to try to heal that. So this is not necessarily just a video for people who have this aspect in their chart. This is just for people who feel the same way that I have felt. People who feel like they have to earn other people's love, or feel like they have to earn people's attention, that they have to do more than just be themselves for people to love them and for people to want to be in their lives. And so you don't have to be into astrology at all to want to heal that, or to know that that's a problem for you, and for you to get into meditation. So that leads me to meditation. So I've tried acupuncture, I have tried antidepressants, anxiolytics. Sorry if I said that word wrong. I've tried those before, also for my depression and anxiety. But when I went and saw a psychiatrist to ask for medication, she told me basically, I don't think medication is a good choice for you. She said, I really just feel like therapy is the best choice for you, because yours is more of a thinking problem, and you have reasons to. She told me that she prefers to prescribe medications for people who are depressed and really don't have too much of a reason to be depressed, or they have so much of a reason to be depressed that it's like they're just not able to function without some type of medication. You know, it's like they've had so much trauma and abuse that their brains just aren't able to produce the certain chemicals needed to be happy. She said, however, she felt like for me, I have a reason to somewhat be depressed, but mine can be fixed through therapy, group therapy, and just learning to think differently. And so that let me know that it can be healed. So I have, like I said, I've tried the antidepressants. I tried that. I have tried acupuncture, which I loved. And if I could afford to do acupuncture every 2 weeks, I would definitely get acupuncture done. Acupuncture is great. And when I go the next time, I will try to remember to record for anybody who is interested in it. I've tried that. I've done therapy for years, and therapy is great also, but sometimes we aren't able to afford to go to therapy. I've heard that, you know, there are other outlets out here if you can't afford therapy, but sometimes therapy is not an option for some people. Let's just be real. And what else have I tried? I mean, I've tried the affirmation thing, just saying affirmations in the mirror, but it's like you're kind of tricking yourself. So with meditation, the way it's been working with me is, like I said, that inadequacy complex, it stems from childhood. Yes, it stems from my needs not being met as a child. Yes, however, as an adult, we have to learn to reparent ourselves. So with me, the way that I have to reparent myself is that those negative thoughts that I have that stem from childhood, I have to learn ways to combat those thoughts. So with meditation, I have been doing a guided affirmation meditation for self-love and for learning that in your life, you are the best. You are the #1 priority. You are the best. Like, there is no one greater than you. You are not greater than anyone. You are not to put anybody on a pedestal. And that might sound crazy for some people, but if I've been through a few things. I've seen a few things, and I've had a few traumas. So as a child, I taught myself, or I was taught by other people that I was below them for certain reasons. For my skin complexion, I'm a very dark skinned person, my full lips, just for so many things. I have learned self-hatred almost, and learned that other people are above me. So to combat those thoughts, I have to have affirmations, or I have to have a different way of thinking, and I have to realize that that particular way of thinking has gotten me nowhere. It has gotten me, and that way of thinking also presents itself through behaviors like self-sabotage. It presents itself through depression. It presents itself through me procrastinating. And so I can no longer think like that, because I no longer want to behave in certain ways. I no longer want to feel certain ways, and I no longer want to, I just don't want that to be me anymore. So the meditation, coupled with affirmations, gives me affirmations to combat those negative thoughts. Okay, so that's one of the most amazing benefits that meditating the way that I've been meditating, with the guided meditations and with the affirmations and the self-love affirmations, has helped me. Because I notice now that the thoughts that I had about certain things that, one, caused me anxiety, or two, caused me feelings of depression, I realize that they're irrelevant. You know, the things that I worry about that cause me anxiety, if those things were to happen, so what? If they don't kill me, or if I kind of also understand that whatever happens, it's supposed to happen. And I know that sounds cliche. I know that sounds like, you know, like you just don't care. I really do. I care about a lot of things, but the things that are outside of my control, as long as I give my all to the areas of my life that I'm supposed to be giving my all to, the things that happen that are outside of my control, it's okay. That's another thing that meditation has kind of helped me understand. Like, it's okay if things don't go my way. So, okay, so that is one benefit of the meditation, is the affirmations to combat the negative thinking. Woo! So the next benefit of the meditations is that I am a firm believer that our outside world is a direct manifestation of what's inside of here. Right here, right here, right there, right there. So, give my camera a second to focus. I was getting a little silly. But I really believe that our outside world, our manifestation, our jobs, the way our loved ones interact with us, the way our romantic relationships go, the way our friendships go, all of that is a direct reflection of what's going on inside of here and what's going on inside of here. So if inside of here and inside of here you feel inadequate, if inside of here and inside of here you feel like you're not worthy of love, then you're outside, this body, if this spirit and this mind feels like that, then it's going to cause this body in the physical world, it's going to cause this body to do things that reflect what's going on inside of here and inside of here, which I again said in my life presents itself as self-sabotage. In my life it presents itself as you know, just overdoing shit, chasing people, just dumb shit that when people really get to know me, they be looking at me like, what? You did what? Like, get your mind right. Like, girl, cut it out. Like, stop it. But I mean, honestly, like, it's the per the usual. My camera storage is full. Nobody sent me any gift cards for my birthday, so I don't have any storage or a new memory card. But anyways, as I was saying before my camera rudely interrupted me, your outside world is a direct reflection of what's going on in your mind and what's going on in your spirit. Again, your mind and your spirit are what control and your behaviors that happen in this physical world. My hands are ashy. I got nursing hands, sorry. Wash my hands 100 times a day. So if you, in your mind and in your spirit, you feel inadequate, then you're going to behave in ways that are that you're gonna behave in ways that only prove that you really are inadequate, which is going to cause more situations in your life that are like self-fulfilling prophecies that you are indeed inadequate. So if you feel internally that you are loved, and you internally feel grateful, and you internally feel like I don't have to do anything to deserve to earn this person's love, like I am enough. If you really harness and embody that feeling within yourself, you in turn will start to change the way you're thinking, and you in turn will start to change your outside world. So the next benefit of meditation has been, during these guided meditations, it tells you to embody these feelings of love. Sit down and close your eyes and really think about what it feels like to feel love, whether that's love from your child, whether that's love from your family, whether that's love from your friends, whether that's love from your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever it is that makes you feel loved and makes you feel that good, oozy goozy, warm feeling inside that feels like love to you. Sit down and embody that. Because the more you focus on that feeling, the more you focus on really feeling loved internally, you will behave in that manner. You will believe, you will see more forms of love in your life. And I will tell you, that is the greatest feeling that I have gotten these last 28 days from meditating. The ability to feel like I am loved by myself, to be able to be grateful, to be able to really see that regardless of this that I did last year, last week, last month, regardless of any mistakes that I've made, regardless of anything that's happened in life, I still am embodied and surrounded by love. And meditating has helped me realize that I am love, therefore I can give love. I am love, me, myself, I am love. So I'm able to feel more love, which in return helps me to see more love in my life. And sometimes, and you know, it may have been love that's been there all along, and I'm almost positive it has been. But when you feel inadequate, and when you feel depressed, and when you feel like you don't deserve love, it's hard to see all of the positive that you're surrounded by. If you're naturally thinking negatively and you're naturally woe is me, feeling down on yourself, and I'm not judging anybody, because this is how I live my life from at least 5 years old to I'm 32 now. So that is what, 27 years that I know, and that's the majority of my life that I know that I have felt inadequate, that I know I have not felt like I'm good enough for the things that I see other people receiving, that I know that I've just felt that way. That's a long time to feel that way. So I'm not judging, and I'm not saying I'm healed. I'm by far, I'm not saying I'm healed. I am here to share with you guys what I am experiencing in this current moment. I am here to show people who feel like me, who have the same aspect in their birth chart, or who want to know, like, what can meditation do? They're just interested in meditation. I'm here for those people, because honestly, I can't say that I'm healed, because when it comes to things we want to heal and to change in our lives, right now, the meditation, the affirmations, the things that you're doing to heal yourself is like studying for the test. You're doing these things, you're studying for the test, you're getting better, you're getting stronger, you're getting really, really good in the area. At least you feel like you are. But you never know you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know what's gonna be on the test. Sometimes you know when the test is coming, sometimes it's a pop quiz. So I can't say that I'm healed, because my test, since I've been doing all this, I mean, my test is every day. So I'm not going to say that my test hasn't came, because every day I still wake up with anxiety. Anxiety is my first thought in the morning. So if you've ever dated me, or you're my friend and you get those really weird texts at like 6 and 7 in the morning, I just woke up and my anxiety is on 10. However, you know, but now I'm able to not send those texts, or I am able to calm myself down by meditating first thing in the morning to get my mind right on track, or on the right track. So I kind of lost my train of thought there. Hold on one second, let me pick it up. Let me go back and find it. 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 Well, anyways, I don't know if I made my point or if I was trying to get to my point, but I don't know. So but yeah, so meditating, so I was saying that my test is every day, because every day I'm tested with anxiety. I'm still tested with small things that on a normal day-to-day would have really set my mind off, would have really set me going and doing some old silly shit, and I have been able to not do that. So I guess that I'm kind of passing the test, but the big test hasn't came yet. And I feel like for me, the big test is really like getting in a situation where and allowing myself to feel like I deserve the good things that I get. So we won't go into detail on that, but I just wanted to go that way so I could explain, or because I don't want people to feel like, oh, Lanice, I mean, who cares what people think, but I just want you guys to know how I'm feeling. It's kind of more of a tracker. This is my 1 month tracking of meditating. It takes 21 days to build a habit, and I will say that there has been one day where I'm just like, I don't feel like meditating, and there's some days where I'm not able to really embody that feeling, and sometimes it's really hard to feel good. And sometimes, well, maybe it's just for me, like, because I'm not used to feeling good, it's hard to harness that feeling for a very long time while you're meditating. But it still, like, when I tried to go a day without doing it, I caught myself taking a break at work and going in the car and doing my meditation. Another thing, the meditations that I do, they're not long. I don't sit in my prayer closet in the morning and meditate for an hour. I don't try to stop my thoughts for an hour. No, I don't do that. My meditations are normally about 20, I would say from 15 to 26 minutes. And I do dedicate all of those minutes to meditating, and I do with my work schedule, my school schedule. I work nights, I go to school during the day, so sometimes my morning may be a little different than the normal person's, but I do make sure that I do that before I get my day started, whether I'm getting my day started at night or I'm getting my day started in the day. I have realized that making that be the first thing that I do allows me to get my mind on track. It allows me to embody a feeling of gratitude and a feeling of love first thing, so my day has felt a lot better. And also, I will say, when my period comes on, all this meditation stuff may be out the window, because the chick be PMSing. So if you know me and I'm going off, I don't want to hear that, oh, Lanice, I thought you've been meditating, you changed. Like, no, a period will make anybody go back to the way they were in the beginning, okay? So I can't say, hey, I might not be PMSing. I don't know how it's gonna work when all my hormones are out of whack. But right now, I will say these last 28 days, so I guess I think I started it when I was on the cycle. I don't know, it doesn't matter. You know, I will say that it has helped me feel better on the inside, and it has really helped me really combat those negative thoughts. It gives me something to tell myself when they start to creep in. So I do plan on continuing to meditate. And I do plan on keeping you guys up to date with my meditation. And I do hope that anybody out there that is interested in meditation, give it a try. And when I say give it a try, don't be like me the last 3 or 4 years where I give it a try a day or two and I'm like, oh, it's not working. No, give it a real consistent try. And then come holler at me. Then come write a comment, text me, call me, write me on Instagram, whatever you want to do to let me know how it worked for you. And if you want to be meditation tracking buddies, accountability partners, I think I can help you out. No, okay, anyways. So just let me know how it goes. And I didn't say this in the beginning, but please make sure you subscribe. And then after you subscribe, hit the like button, because we all could use some likes. You know, we're still a little vain. We still want the likes. And then after you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because if you, not subscribe, excuse me, the bell notification, because even if you subscribe, if you don't opt in to get notifications, you won't know when I post a new video. And we all want to know more about ourselves, so why would you not want to follow me? Because I'm going to teach you about you. You know what I mean? I'm going to teach you how to help you, you know, because I'm a healer. All right. So anyways, like I said, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Also, this is a nursing channel. I am currently in nursing school, so if you're into astrology, you can follow me. And if you're into nursing, you can follow me, because I have the best of all the worlds. You know, the science, the stars, the healing. We're gonna get all that going, okay, right here on this channel. So make sure you follow me. Make sure you send my videos to your friends that are into astrology and nursing, and you make sure you love you, okay, because I'm out of here. Bye-bye.